गिरिवारधारी गोपी
वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवारधारी
गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी
यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन
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 यमुना तीरा वनचारी
ीरा वनचारी
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम हरे राम
राम
राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम हरे राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्णा हरे हरे
हरे राम राम राम
हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम 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 हरे हरे हरे
कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण
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 हरे हरे
हरे
राम हरे राम राम Rama Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare
Rama
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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Rama Hare
Rama
Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Jaya Gurudev,
Gurudev Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari Bol Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj ki jai, Anantagari Vaishnavrinda ki jai, Namacharya Srila Hridas Thakur ki jai, Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Samakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai, वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय, मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय, जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय, अलाचौनी रमणीति धाम की जय, मायामी वैष्णववृंद की जय. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees.
Hare Krishna.
Gauranga and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna Mata, nice to see you. Saranga Prabhu and all the Vaishnavis.
Thank you.
So, with the blessing of all the assembled Vaishnavas and our Guru Parampara headed by Srila Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the divine couple Radha Krishna, we'll begin our second day Harikatha. And today topics is, we address the questions. We did yesterday 2 questions. I'll just read those questions, what they sent. Some devotees send the questions. And we try to answer it. And then we'll discuss about how attractive, incredible quality Krishna has that no one ever want to live without that personality. It is a conscious choice. Those who are ignorant will not understand. But those who are intelligent, they will fall in love with Krishna instantly. So here we are discussing that Sri Krishna's Leela, and beginning there is a beautiful verse Jiva Goswami Pad quotes in his Sandarbhas. Bhajaniya Sarvada Sadguna Vishishta. Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is the possessor of all the 6 opulences in complete. His qualities are so attractive, so enchanting, so endearing, so incredibly inspiring that one will worship as soon they find out. So this is our goal, and see what we have understood so far. So yesterday the questions that was addressed, 2 questions out of 12 questions. I'm going to read it because Saranga Thakur Prabhu, I don't know if they heard those questions, but we answered Two questions. No, we answer probably three questions. Let's see. Let me put those questions. Okay.
Prabhu, one question before you continue. Normally, your class will start at 7 to 8, no?
Yes.
That means these people that will join at 7, maybe they will continue to hear what you are saying. If you reply the question
If
now,
they okay, but I'll then address what I spoke yesterday about those two questions. So at least we are keeping track.
yes.
So the first question was asked by Mother Ashalata and Dhira and Sundari. How can we understand that Krishna has always been and has no origin? It's a good question. We see that everything in existence has a cause. How does Krishna not have any cause? Can you put the golden tie? So the answer that we found in Srila Prabhupada's book, and I was discussing now with Nagaraj Prabhu also, that there should be the cause for everything in this world. There must be a cause. Like for an example, in our practical sense that we see two people get together, they get married, and the child is born, not immediately, but after 9 months, 10 months. So if you ask who is the cause of that child, or the parents, who is the cause of their parents or their parents, and you can find there is everything or anything has a cause. And then also on the negative side, we discussed that if you have a piles of bricks and you leave it there and you come back after 2 years, you will not see a big building made of the bricks automatically from the bricks. Somebody has to be involved. Bricks never makes a building automatically. So there is no way somebody should come to conclusion that without cause something is happening, running, or created. Nothing. Everything has to have a cause. So our suggestion Prabhupada makes that you search out who is the cause of everything. And when you come to that question, then you will understand this. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachid Ananda Vigraha Anadiradi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. The Supreme Controller, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is the cause of all causes. Even in Bhagavatam beginning, Janmadiyasya, Jataitaras Chartesya Vijnana Sarat, Tene Brahmaridadi Kavai Manti Jat Sulaya. The beginning, Janmadiyasya. To understand clearly these topics, one must approach a guru, bona fide, who is expert with knowledge, intelligent, and he can help to a sincere devotee to understand that the cause of all causes, Krishna. So the question is, how can we understand that Krishna has always been and has no origin? We see that everything in existence has a cause. How does Krishna not have any cause? It's a good question, thoughtful question. But then if we go, the philosophy of causation philosophy, there is a book actually, people, the atheistic idea, they write causation philosophy. But deep down, when I actually frankly spoke to this professor, the system of causation also has a cause. Everything must have begun, somewhere began, and that is Krishna. He is the causeless of all cause. Then try to see intention, purpose of causeless cause, God. And very deeply also we thought about that everything in this world that we see cause and effect is influenced by time. Time is the factor. Before 100 years or before 500 years, there was no Alachua. But the place was there, name was not there, America was not there. Like this. You can say anything and everything. 60 years back, nobody knew you. Then you are born. Probably 30 years back, there was no Mridanga like this. Somebody made it. So everything has a cause, began somewhere. So this is under the influence of time. But when we talk about Krishna, he is beyond the cause, beyond the time. He is transcendental, is God. Transcendental God is beyond the time, beyond the space, beyond the matter. But everything is under this three spell. So then the second question was raised by Abhay's family, that why is the two-armed form of Krishna considered the highest? Everybody has a different view, 4 arms, thousands arms. Why not? God means many arms. But why the Gauriya Vaishnavas consider two-armed form is the highest? So we discussed that, yes, if you are a Rasik Bhakta, then you will see the two-hand form are the highest sweetness, sweet. Because we see the example of Arjuna. He was a friend of two-hand form God. But then two-hand form God became thousands hands form God. What happened to Arjuna? He was nervous. He was shivering. He's praying. He's crying. He said, oh my God, you are the God, Supreme God. And at the end, in the conversation, he says, please move everything and come back to your godly form. So Krishna showed 4-hand form. Still he was not happy. Then Krishna came back to his natural 2-hand form. Then the sweet loving exchange between the friend arose. But when he had a thousands-hand form and all these thousands form was disturbing his friendship. So why we worship 2-hand form? Because that's the sweet relationship is reciprocated, related with Bhagavan. We see with Devaki and Vasudev, when after killing Kamsa, when Devaki and Vasudev saw Krishna and they're thinking, oh my God, he's the 8th child, the God, that conception of God. And when Krishna appeared in the jail, how did he appear? 4-hand form. So did he appear as a child or he appeared as God? He appeared as God. Now, I'm sure, Prabhu, you have children. You don't pay obeisances to the children. Of course, if they're Vaishnava, you do. But generally, parents don't pay obeisances to the children. Generally. But if you think it's God, then they paid obeisances. So reciprocation is kind of disturbed. But Nanda Baba, Mother Yashoda never thinks. Even the idea is given that Mother Yashoda, she was cleaning the deity room after bound Krishna with this mortar, Damodar Leela. Then Balaram was not there, so Balaram came back and he was furious. Who has done this? And Madhumangal whispered, Maya did it, Mother did it. But he doesn't want to say loudly because they're afraid of Mother Yashoda. Now when Mother Yashoda bound Krishna, nobody had a power to untie it because it was not a bound of the rope. It appears like it was bound of her feeling that she need to discipline him and to grow him healthy boy. So Vatsulya Ras only can untie. And the coward boys, they are Soikharas cannot. So at that time, Balaram went to Mother Yashoda. Why? Because Krishna, seeing Balaram, he was like, oh, I won't be able to play whole day. Now I'm stuck here forever. And Balaram says, how dare she did it? I'm going to go and talk to her. Balaram went there. and spoke to Mother Yashoda. Maya, why did you blind my brother? Do you know who he is? Mother, let me tell you who he is. What to talk about him? Let me tell you about who I am. I'm Supreme Personality of Godhead. I create millions of universes just like this. If my brother say, and he is my origin. He is the origin of all God. It's unlimited. He is glorifying Krishna very sweetly. Mother Yashoda with the rag, that day, the maid servant, they all went for the Indra Jagna. They used to do Indra Jagna until 7th year. It became Govardhan Puja. But before that, it was Indra Jagna. So that was the day. So then Mother Yashoda told Balaram, looked at one time, one more talk, I'll bind you also. Now Balaram ran away. What happened is glorification of Krishna. The truth was there. Did it enter into mother's heart? It went in the ear, but it didn't go to the heart. She has so much love for Krishna and she's thinking this is my Lala, period. So two-hand form, the conception of two-hand form is God's happiness. And we also discussed that how Krishna had to fight with the Kshatriya for the Mitra Binda, for Rukmini. Now when Rukmini or Mitra Binda embraced Krishna with two hands, and Krishna embraced, she felt, oh, he loves me so much. The bond between husband and wife, first day of their union, it was so good. It was difficult to understand. But then, I can see you. And then what happened that Balaram, all these thousands of soldiers, they started attacking. They started attacking to Krishna. Now imagine if you go there to snatch away the bride from thousands of other competitors, and they attack you. And if the girls see that they are attacking, will she be able to embrace you? No. You know, rescuing from life, life-threatening. So at that time, Mitabinda had no clue that Krishna extended other two hands and shooting all those soldiers and killing them, finish. He's liberating them very mercifully. But when Narad Muni interviewed her, how was your first meeting with the Lord? Oh, I felt so comfortable. It was such a wonderful journey, honeymoon journey. As like a soothing. He embraced me so wonderfully that I felt very good. Was he embrace you with two hands or four hands or one hand? How? No, both hands, both. She didn't even think that there is another two hands he was killing others. She didn't even see it. Now, if she would see that, she would be like thinking like, oh, there is an enemy attacking. So like this, to nourish the heart of the devotee, Sri Krishna expressed this two-hand form. That's why we Gauriya consider as the highest. Also Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishna Jataka Khela Sarvattama Naralila Narabapu Tahara Sarup. Narabapu Tahara Sarup. He plays like Lokik Sat Bandhubat, like a human, family man, village boy, like this. No other. Not in a throne, a big singhasan, no, just very simple. And this is because it nourishes the devotee's heart. So today we are going to discuss the third one. It's okay. When they come, it's okay, because we want to start the other pastimes. The third story is, how can God have a mother and father? Sorry, third question. And how can he be born if he is the origin of all things? So here it says that how can God have a mother and father, and how can he be born if he is the origin of all things? So the answer is that, please come and have a seat, Prabhu. That's good. That's good. We are doing good. The answer will be that Lord Krishna is a Rashika Shekara. Rashika Shekara means he is the most expert of relishing the transcendental mellow. Who is Krishna? The most expert. He's not just hanging around to enjoy something. No, no, he's the most expert. Means nobody knows how to enjoy. He's the only one. But the good quality, kindness of Krishna is that he says, Jasam gati aham para. Siya aikanti jasam gati aham para. I will never enjoy Sriya, those 6 opulences, by myself. I want to enjoy with my devotee. Krishna never enjoy any of his opulences by himself. Is that a real friend? He took a vow. I will never enjoy anything without my friend. I have unlimited opulence, wealth, beauty, everything, but I want to enjoy with my devotee. What a wonderful vow Krishna himself took. So, why it is related, how it is related to that question? That question was asked, how can God have a mother and father? How can he be born if he is the origin of all things and is unborn? So in Bhagavad Gita it says, Aja opishan abhyatma bhutanam ishvara opishan. Aja means no birth, no janma. Aja opisam abhyatma. Abhyatma means there is no transformation. God does not transform. He creates, but without transformation. He himself same remain, never changes. We change, his body change for us, but he never changes. He's eternally fixed, no change or transformation. This idea of Brahman transformation is wrong, misunderstood by the impersonalists. Prakritim sam adhisthaya sambhavami atmamayaya. Prakritim sam adhisthaya sambhavami atmamaya. By my internal potency or Yogamaya, I take birth millennium after millennium. Why? If you are unborn, why do you need to take birth? Because we said in the beginning, Premaraso nirjas korite asadan, ragamarga bhakti loke korite pracharan. Premaraso nirjas korite asadan. He is the Rashika Shekara. Rashika Shekara, Krishna Parama Korun, ei dui hetu hoite ichhara udgam. This is the 2 cause that why Krishna appears. So one cause is that he is expert of relishing. Now, what is that means? Means any rasa, anything you think, he is expert of relishing. He never gives one scope of missing anything. But good thing is that he does not enjoy himself with his associate. And he is inviting. Iti driksalilabi ananda kunde Sagosang nimajantam maikapayantam adiyesita gesu attejitatam puna prematastam sada britibante namamisaram sachidanandarupam tasat kundalam go kulebrajamanam namamisaram Sachidananda Rupam Tasat Kundalam Go Kule Bhajmanam. Iti Drikshalilabi Ananda Kunde. Ananda Kunda like a big lake pond of Ananda. He made the Vrindavan. What is Vrindavan? Krishna himself speaking. Iti Drikshalilabi, this lila that I'm doing in Vrindavan, is like Ananda Kunda. You can swim. Prabhupada said you can swim, you can dive, or you can surf, as you like. Because it's all made of Ananda. It's not made of salty water. There is a risk. The Ananda Kunda, this is Krishna. So, bottom line of this question is that Vatsalya Ras, parental mellow, cannot be released until mother feels the baby is growing in the tummy. And father is looking, his wife, Krishna's mother, is coming. Is going to take birth in few months, 8 months, 9 months. Krishna tricked Kamsa because he took birth little early, premature. In America they say. But there is no such thing premature. Kamsa thought he will be born next month. I can sleep still without too much. He's so much in anxiety. But all of a sudden news came middle of the night that his baby is born. What? How is this? This is Krishna. Nishita tamadbhute jayamane janardhane. Nishite. Nishite means like a deep, dark, spooky dark. Outside thunderstorm and everything is dark and nobody has any clue. The ocean is garjan, you know, like making all this rumble sound, heavy rain, wind blowing. In the middle of this, Krishna take birth. Nishite tamadbhute jayamane janardhan. Those verses are explaining that all the guards in the jail, they fell asleep. When there's a heavy rain outside, it's like automatically you feel little dozing off from the duty. So everybody fell asleep, of course, by Mahamaya's arrangement. And Yogamaya put Yashoda Maya asleep. So Vasudeva Maharaj can take the baby there and put in there. So Krishna is never born. God does not have a father or mother. That is a fact. But because this Drona and Dhara, because this Kashyapa Muni and Aditi, because this Prishnigarbha and Sutapa, because this Vasudeva and Devaki, they want God to come as their child. So Krishna does not have father, God doesn't have father, God doesn't have a mother, but to reciprocate, they want this. So Krishna says, Janma karma chame dibbam evam javeti tattata tekta deham punar janma naiti mameti sahorjuna. Naiti. Naiti means you no more take birth if you understand his birth. Krishna gave a very clue. He said, try to understand my birth. If you understand my birth, then you will have no more birth. Naiti. Then what will happen to you? Mameti, you'll come to me. Very sweet. The whale is a love song, you know. A lover writes to a beloved. The Krishna is writing to us. This Bhagavad Gita, this Bhagavad Gita sloka. Very sweetly. So he reciprocates. He is not born from his mother or father. Krishna has an eternal associate, exists eternally in their relationship. If he seems to be born in the material world, that's just for a show he exhibits. But he's eternally has a relationship with the parents. And he's being enjoyed like this. And he gives them a reciprocation. Everything has a underlining principle is relishment, happiness. This is the bottom line. So we are going to start the new question. So today's question, and then we'll go to the topics today. Does Krishna marry Radha? This question asked by a young girl. Her name is Kishori. I don't know how old she is, but she asked this question. It's interesting, no? She's 5 and she's listening. She says she's going to listen to that question. She's a very bright girl. She's asking this question. Does Krishna marry Radha? Yes and no. Well, what do you mean? So I'll give a little explanation. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, who proved that eternally Radha Krishna never married. Now there is a two conception. It's not like a competition. We have to understand. This is not a misunderstanding. It is a beautiful understanding. But to make it our level to understand that Krishna eternally are married and eternally are not married. But according to our Acharya's song, we see, it says, Jayo Jayo Jala Rasa Sarva Rasa Sar Parakiya Bhave Jaha Brajete Prachar. So Jayo Jayo Jala Rasa Sarva Rasa Sar. The essence of all rasa, the highest rasa, is what? Parakiya Bhave Jaha Brajete Prachar. Parakiya, where Radha Krishnas are not married. But the Radha Krishna are also married in another planet. In Golok Vrindavan, there is so many chamber, like so many country. Like in this planet, so many country. Similarly, spiritual world has a unlimited space, and one place has a zillions of devotee. They worship Radha Krishna as a married couple. And there's another abode where Radha Krishna never married. And so I noticed some devotee asked that question. Well, it says in Gaura Goswami that they got married. So I have a question. I hope that devotee is listening. To you, if they're married, why they're hidingly trying to meet at Sankat, the place called Sankat? If you are married, you have to hidely meet to your wife. No. You're married, you can go with her anywhere you want. Why they have a plan of meeting hidingly? Especially Sanket, so many beautiful pastime in Govardhan, that they hide in a cave, they meet and they cry, they embrace, and all this lila. So they are also not married. You have to accept both. But we go here promote the highest. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, when he appeared in Vrindavan, the Acharya of Gauriya Vaishnava in India, he had a big challenge because Jiva Goswami Pad had a immature neophyte. Srila Prabhupada gives this story. He had a neophyte disciples, and they said, no, Radha Krishna are not married. How? It's very difficult to worship. Thinking like, okay, we are married couple, but they're not married. Our Ishtadev, our object of love is like very disturbing because they're neophyte, they're bodily consciousness. So Jiva Goswami Pad told them, think the Radha Krishnas are married. Don't do. Okay, thank you, Gurudev. That saves our problem. It's not that Radha Krishna's problem, is their problem. So they came up with the idea Radha Krishnas are eternally married. But then when Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was establishing what Mahaprabhu came to give, some say that Rupa Goswami Pad came as a Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Some Acharya actually commented like that. He established the Parokiya, Paramaur is the highest. So in that concept, we see that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was trying to establish that through writings, his book and all this meeting, how they do all this hide and seek, even Radharani practice by Jogam, arrangement of Lalita Sakhi in a slippery road, how to walk at night in a very dangerous. Why all these pastimes are written? Because hiding seeking meeting is intensify their nourishment. Then question comes that yes, Parokiya is the highest, but in order to establish that point, Vishwanath Chakravarti was getting threatened. And those Vaishnavas, they literally wanted to destroy him, kill him. It's very sad, unfortunately. But then one day Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was going through Mangalarti, through the forest, those days in Vrindavan, not in present day, even in early days in 79, I saw that from our Ishkan Krishna Balaram temple to Govardhan, there was, you could hardly get any horse cart. They didn't have a car journey so much, horse cart. So at that time, there was nothing like this. So then what happened? And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur was going to go to Mangalarti through the forest. It's okay. And then what happened? Those new fight in the name of devotee, they actually came to attack him. They wanted to kill him because he's promoting paramount pastime is highest. So then when they entered into the forest, they didn't find, he's lost. Then after a little while, through the moon rays coming in the forest, they found that actually there is a beautiful little girl plucking flower. She's so beautiful, and they're thinking in the middle of the forest, early morning, somebody's plucking flower. They were like shocked. It must be Manjuri or someone, out of the world. They paid obeisances. He says, we have a question. He said, I'm busy plucking flower for my Swamini, means Radharani. So then they immediately understood, oh my God, this is a divine personality, eternal associate of Srimati Radharani is here. So then as they approach, she turned back and she said, you have any question? Said, yes. Have you seen an old man? He said, I'm not concerned about old man or young man. I'm concerned about making flower, garland for my Swamini, Radharani. So that time, as they heard the voice, divine voice, they immediately started shivering and then paid obeisances and they just cried. Said, sorry, study. Then right in front of their eyes, this little girl turned into that old man, Vishwanath Chakravarti. So the atmosphere has changed in Vrindavan. He established by showing his eternal form. So our Guru Parampara, as Prabhupada says, is very powerful Guru Parampara. We have to be very respectful all the time because they are so merciful. By their glimpse, we can go back home, back to Godhead, to the highest platform, end of this life. So in that Leela, we see that two-hand form is the highest. There's no question. Now, on the third question, I'll start probably, let's see. No, this was the third question. Oh, this is the fourth question. And the fifth question is, see if I can see it. Where is the question? Okay, fifth question is, how does Krishna apparently interact with Maya in his Prakat Leela, killing demons, interacting with Durjodhans, etc.? If Krishna is categorically separate from Maya, how can he interact with Maya directly? That's a nice question too. That's Avai Prabhu directly saying. Now, in answer to that, I found in Srila Prabhupada's nice giving idea about this, that Maya is nothing but a shadow potency of Krishna. You follow? Krishna is eternally endowed with Shakti. We never worship God without Shakti. God is always with Shakti. And that Shaktiman God, his Shashakti, internal potency, is always manifesting many folds through her functions. And her shadow potency is Maya. And in Bhagavatam it explains, Bhakti Yogena Manasi Sammak Pranihita Amale. In that sloka, Bhakti Yogena Manasi Sammak Pranihita Amale. Apashyat Purusha Purnam Mayaya Tad Apashyaya. Vyasdev saw that this Bhagavan has a Brahman, Paramatma, Sarvaishwarya Purna Bhagavan is complete. And then in the back of the Lord is Maya. And behind Maya, all the conditioned soul. us in this world. I mean, unlimited world, Maya is punishing them. So in that scenario, we see that, so Maya is there, not in the front of God, but in his back. Means when we are not looking at God, when we are not searching for God or chanting or serving God, then we are in Maya. You understand the concept? That's very simple. So many examples are there. Like for an example, Yogamaya was on the lap of Vasudev, Devaki. When Kamsa came, he grabbed the feet of that Yogamaya. But then as he raised her to smash on the rock, she slipped out from his hand and kicked on his head. Say, you fool Kamsa. I'm not a little girl. And then he saw as the divine mother, the Mahamaya. So question is, when did Yogamaya became Mahamaya? Was there Mahamaya on the lap of Devaki? Where this Mahamaya comes from? You understand the logic? I'm just giving one example. There's so many examples. Haridas Thakur and Lokahira. She was under Mahamaya, became Yogomaya's influence. How? How this is taking place? So because Kamsa had an exploitation idea, he wants to exploit. So then whenever we have an exploitation idea, it is Mahamaya. When we have a service attitude, loving attitude, respectful attitude, Yogamaya. We understood that. So Krishna does not escort with Maya, but Maya is in his back, right there. Now, what is the dealt with us? It's up to us how we see it. Ravana thought he took Sita Devi, but Sita Devi he never touched. That was Maya Sita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained this. So I'm going to we'll stop the question for now, and tomorrow we'll start from 6th number question. And today topics is how Dwarkavasi perceive the Brajavasi. How Dwarkavasi perceive Brajavasi. So let's see. Few things we need to consider, and I want everybody to remember this. In order to understand Samag Masrinito Shanto, when someone's heart softens, soften means it is fertile ground. Soft heart means fertile ground. Fertile ground means where you can plant the seed of bhakti and it will grow. If it is hard-hearted like a rock, and if it is over water, flooded, and you put some seed, nothing grows. So weak heart and hard heart, both are bad. Weak heart means after sense gratification. Hard heart means they're demonizing the world. Weak heart means romanticizing the world. They see everything in this world is enjoyable for me to enjoy. So what is the madhyama in the middle? Not weak, not hard, soft. Soft means the clay, it has a softness, but it is not hard, it is not weak. It's not over water or too dry. It is just a soft, where you can put the seed, grain or whatever, the bhakti lata, and it will grow. It boils down to this. I was talking to one devotee today that I'm going to address to this in order to narrate this beautiful pastime of Kurukshetra Milan. Gorachand Prabhu wanted to know that how Brajavasi and Dwarkavasi is meeting. I want all of us to remember this. This is I got from this sloka. Many devotee actually loves this sloka. Srila Prabhupada almost uttering that sloka, like in almost every lecture. Bhaktaram Jaggatapasam Sarva Loka Maheswaram Suridam Sarva Bhutanam Getamam Santi Prichati. And if you break down that sloka, even Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, many devotees, they just love that sloka. I was talking to like every preacher loves this sloka. Why? Because it expresses few secret things. First thing it gives, that you should know who Krishna is. He is an enjoyer, but he wants you to share with him. Whatever you enjoy, you share with him, and he will share his unlimited opulence with you. You give 5 paisa or whatever, 5 penny, and you get 5 billion reward. What a nice, lovely, beloved friend. Who would not be in love with him? That's Krishna. Bhaktaram Jaggatapasam. Because if we don't see from that angle, you will have a dry conception of that sloka. You'll misunderstand that sloka. But that sloka Prabhupada emphasized so much. Why? Because that identify who Krishna is. Suridam. What is it? Surid means, Rid means heart. Heart. Krishna says, I'll give my heart for you. Means, what is the heart means? Thinking, willing, feeling. Krishna will think for you. Wow, if God thinks for you, what else do you need? So bottom line is, in our lifestyle in America or in this world, sometimes we feel lonely. Sometimes we feel unloved. You know what I'm talking? You never felt like this in your life? Thank you for being honest. Sometimes you may feel unloved, lonely, nobody cares. But Krishna is saying, you are never unlovable. This is, you have to remember. We may feel unloved, but we are never unlovable. This is important. Feeling unloved is depressing or distressing, is it? But feeling unlovable is devastating. You understand? Gorachand? Yeah. Feeling unloved is already bad, distressing. But feeling that I am unlovable is devastating. So Krishna here explaining that no. You are a lovable person. You may feel unloved because the communication is not there with me. Try to hear me. I want you to come back and enjoy life with me. You are a lovable person. You may feel lonely because you are missing me. In this world, you will never fill up your heart gap of loneliness by money or all this family life or anything you do. Not possible. Even the best family man or lady, deep down sometimes they are with the family, everything, TV and whatever, soccer game, everything is there, car, Lamborghini, everything is there. Still they feel like, what should we do now? Where should I go now? Why they think they need to do something? Because they are not feeling happy. But they don't even understand. They think that is normal, not feeling happy. That is horrible. The impetus to evoke the mercy of the Lord is lost when you feel you accept the suffering as a happiness. This is sad. Then you are not looking for happiness. If we accept the misery as a happiness, like also there is a 2 types of happiness in a sense, the gap, absence of the material suffering is also another happiness they think. Like I have a problem, I got stuck in the middle of the freeway, but I have to be there in 2 hours in the airport and the car broke down. Now I'm in a misery. Then all of a sudden, my relative, somebody called, we'll be there in half an hour. But then I see another car just pulled. It's my old friend. He said, I'm also going to Orlando. Come with me. I'll take you to the airport. Wow, I'm so happy. Is it really happy? Absence of misery. This is how people take. So we must remember this sloka, Suridam. Krishna says, pay attention who I am. You may feel unloved, but you are never unlovable. So love for us is based. Now another point also, because today I'm going to narrate this Kurukshetra Milan. Love that we are searching in this world is based not on who we are. But the problem in this world, everybody's searching the love based on who they are. You understand my concept? So don't search for love based on who you are. Krishna says, no, don't do that. Focus on me, Krishna says. So what did he say? He is all loving Lord for all loving beings. You got it? Like for an example, small children feel unloved. I have to look at the camera so they can see that. Looking at them. Small children feel unloved with their parents, are too busy to spend time with them. I don't know if you ever noticed that. It's true. I already investigated few children I asked. Worse still, if this happened repeatedly, they feel unlovable. They do. They feel something wrong with me, that my parents don't like me or my friends don't like me. Something wrong with me. I'm not a lovable person. These are wrong idea, Krishna is saying. Feeling unloved is distressing, but feeling unlovable is devastating. So similarly in our life, you may find ourselves neglected or rejected by others. We too may feel unloved, but if we face coldness and harshness from people repeatedly, we may feel unlovable. That's better. Thank you. So similarly, in this narration of Kurukshetra Milan, Narad Muni very affectionately towards the Brajavashi, he went to Dwarka. And as he went to Dwarka, he was just thinking, absorbed on the Brajavashi, and he felt overwhelmed with emotion. And he started crying. When he started crying, and Krishna heard that Narad Muni just arrived in Dwarka. So immediately Krishna went with Rukmini and everybody. Please, Narada, I'm so happy to see you. Please come. But Narad Muni is not joyful. It appears like he is going through a big emotional crisis. So Lord Krishna invited him in his private room. Please have a seat. Is there something bothering you that I can help? That somebody is disturbing you or something? He said, yes. So then Krishna gave a signal, Mother Rukmini, and they left the room. Narad Muni and Krishna speaking privately. Narada, please tell me, who is that person causing you? I'm going to go right now and counsel. So at that time, Krishna said to, Narad Muni said to Krishna, you know, like when you are so much in emotional, you can't even speak. This is how Narad Muni is expressing. He says, my Lord, I don't know how to say who has done this. No, tell me who has done. I'm going to go right now, whether I'll punish or some way or other, I'm going to pacify you. Then as Krishna showing seriousness, the Narad Muni says, it is you. Krishna was like shocked. Me causing you suffering? How am I causing you suffering? So then Narad Muni says, this Shimanta Panchaka, beautiful Kurukshetra, solar eclipse, you have engaged, inspired all these Brahmanas to go to every villages and inspire all the Brahmanas, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra to join in this Jagna and let them be eternally some benefit in their life. So I traveled, I investigated, I saw Kauravas are coming. This is 50 years before the war. Kauravas are coming. Why they're coming? So they can destroy all the enemies and they're going to win the victory in future. They didn't know that battlefield will take place. This is 50 years before. But the idea that anybody join in that festival and participate in the Jagna, they will be benefited. And the Pandavas are coming. All the people of the world are coming, except one group. And that group loves you the most. How is possible that you invite the whole world except Brajavasis? When so that Narad Muni, after saying this, he started crying. Then Krishna started crying himself. He could not control himself. He deep down in his heart, he loves Brajavasi so much, it's beyond we can imagine. And Krishna started crying. He said, Narada, I never revealed to anyone. I'm telling you today, honestly, that I don't know how to handle this. Because they love me so much. If they come to Kurukshetra, in the middle of these billions of other who are karmi, jnani, they have their own desire, they will not understand. They will be completely bewildered. Because they have so much love and I am under their love's control. Their love control me. But how to reciprocate in the middle of karmi jnani is difficult. Because Jnani's idea is God is impersonal, I want to merge. Even regular devotee, they know Krishna is God, they will bow down. But Brajavashi, they are in love with him. They don't bow down like others. So it's very difficult. Even Gargamuni, when he came, he was overwhelmed. He could not speak to Mother Joshoda or Rohini Maya. Why? Because he's calculating his chart, but he found that he is his Ishtadev, object of worship. Oh my God, he is the Bhagavan. Vasudev didn't tell him. But when he saw that, what happened to Garga Muni, he wanted to pay obeisances. But in front of Mother Joshoda, if he pay obeisances, then Mother Joshoda will say, what's wrong with you? You are the greatest guru of a whole dynasty, and you're paying obeisances to my baby. Why are you doing this? You're supposed to give blessing. So now you may think like, well, he can still pay obeisances. No. Then Krishna will not be able to enjoy the Vatsulya Ras. If mother thinks, my son is God, you think she will give the breast milk? No. It will be disturbed. So Gargamuni is thinking all this and he's overwhelmed. He feels like to cry. I cannot even pay obeisances. My Lord is here in a baby form. But he felt like he didn't know what to do. So this is the reality. And he is a devotee. And what to talk about others in that place? We are laughing because I don't have that love. I'm trying to understand. So by the mercy of Prabhupada and all the Vaishnavas, someday, by their mercy, I may get a little glimpse of their foot dust. But we have to glorify Prabhupada wrote so many nice books. Krishna book explains this. Then Narad Muni, seeing Krishna's deplorable situation, he's crying for the Brajavasis. He said, all right, my Lord, if you allow me, I'll go and deliver the message and I'll arrange. And Krishna, he could not even say much. He cried and says, okay, that's all. Narad Muni left. Narad Muni was joyful in the sky. He's singing the Bina and singing, oh, I'll give such a good news. Now there is a question to the audience. We have a Facebook audience and we have a Zoom audience. If you have been to Mathura and Vrindavan, you know the demarcation between these two abode is Jamuna Devi. You can literally take one rock and throw other side is Mathura. Or you can cross in half an hour, you can be in Vrindavan, Mathura from Vrindavan. They are crying for years, 13.5 years that in Mathura Krishna was there. Half an hour they can cross it. Why no gopis went there? Mother Jashoda didn't go there. Mother Jashoda even was ready to go. She packed her things and the gopi mothers are saying, where are you going? She said, I'm going to Mathura to see, I want to work as a maid servant to Devaki. Why? So that she will allow me to see my son as her son. She's so bewildered. And said, then how are you going to see? Well, end of the month, she will say, what salary you want? You are working so nicely in the house. He said, the salary is, I want to see the beautiful face of your son. If Krishna is your son, I want to see his face, that's all. When Mother Jashoda said this, she faints. They have so much love. On Krishna, in Dwarka, he knows there's something going to happen. Narad Muni spoke to Uddhava. Uddhava made the arrangement. So I'll give you the story how this beautiful episode took place. When Narad Muni came and delivered this message to Brajavasis, they are so joyful. Now there are 3 types of love in Vrindavan. There are many types of devotees, 5 types of rasas, 12 types of rasas also, but 5 are main, and above 3 are the most prominent. 4 is also, Dasya is there, Raktaka Patraka. But 3 types of prema. One is Vivek Shunna Prem. Vivek Shunna Prem means those devotees who doesn't know what day is today, they don't keep a calendar. When did Krishna come? Oh, he came other day and he was sitting on my branch. There are the trees, the animals. They are also great devotee. And they think Krishna came and they have no idea that Krishna left Vrindavan. They're thinking Krishna will come back. He'll be back. And what happened? All the trees, when Krishna leaves, then they all shed tears by dropping the leaves and twigs. As soon the news come by Jogamaya and the parrots and the birds, Krishna is coming. They immediately bloom the beautiful flower, twigs, new leaves. The whole forest becomes joyful. And then after playing for a while, Krishna leaves, then they all drop their things. And then they are sad until he comes back. But they don't keep track. What is today? What is tomorrow? They don't have a date or calendar or watch or anything. So they're called Vivek Shunna Prem. The rocks, mountain, Govardhan, rivers like this. And then above them is Vishamba Prem. They are also missing Krishna. But when they close their eye and think of him, they enter in the heart and they see Krishna and they go and play with him. You follow? So they are not missing like the other types of prem. What is the other types? Utkanthamayi. Utkanthamayi means their life is almost going out of control. They are so desperate to see Krishna. They are crying for years. They did not eat or sleep or do anything. They just miss Krishna. Of course, this is another form of happiness. So this mood that when Brajabasi has, this Krishna sent the message, Jiva Goswami Pad writes, that those has this mood, they are allowed to come. So they came there. In that beautiful episode, now the question I raised, that from Vrindavan to Mathura, it takes only half an hour. Why nobody went to see Krishna for 13.5 years? Even the birds, they can just fly over Jamuna and see Krishna. They didn't go. The peacocks, monkeys, nobody went. Why? We learn from this. The Krishna says, Ayashe. I'll be back. Do not go. You don't have to come to see me. This is called chastity. Chastity means we follow Krishna's instruction as he wants. Even though it's a half an hour trip or 10 minutes trip, the birds could fly and come back. But no, they obey Krishna because they love him so much. It's a symptom of love. When you love Prabhupada, when you love Krishna, you have to follow his instruction. But Krishna told them to come and meet in Kurukshetra, and it takes 1 month walk. They are really excited to go. This is called devotion, bhakti. We mentioned before, bhakti does not sustain on tribulation. Bhakti does not sustain on tribulation or mental emotion. What does it sustain? It sustains on inner connection, conviction, determination. This is what exhibited in the Brajavasis. So they started walking and walking, all these boys, and they had started talking, wow, for 50 years we haven't seen our friend. Now one boy says that we heard he was just like us, one of coward boys, but now in a big city, he's meeting all these big, but he became the king. We heard he became the king. They're not thinking he's God. They're thinking he became the king. Now you think when a poor, simple, ordinary village boy goes to big city and he becomes the richest man, does he forget his friends? They're talking among themselves. Is it possible they forget? Now, he may, because if he's rich, he will have all the rich friends. So he may forget, they're just talking. They don't like it, but they have to talk about it because they can't control their emotion. At one point, they could not decide, so they go to Nanda Maharaj. Say, Baba, okay, if our friend or a village boy goes to a big city, become the king or the richest man, and he married 16,108 princess, possible that he may forget the village friend, but can he forget his parents? And of course, Nanda Maharaj understand what he's trying to say. He said, don't talk to me like this. No, my son will never forget me. And then he cries and he goes on. This way, it took 1 month journey, and they haven't eaten or cooked anything since Krishna left. But the night before the news came, they milked the cow, they made some yogurt, butter, and everything. They're carrying it with them to give Krishna. What a love. Don't say you love Krishna and you don't do anything for him. You must. If you love Prabhupada, do something for him. This is the symptom of love. Because eternally, that's how the devotee does. You must do. You must bring gift or something, like Janmastami coming. So then the Brajavasi walk. Finally, they came to this place. When they came to this place, Kurukshetra, they were like overwhelmed. There's billions of people and there's thousands of camp. Everybody has their own tent and a big pandal, Welcome to Kauravas. welcome to Pandavas, welcome to Hastinapurus, welcome to this Magad, Jarasanda's place. Everybody has their own pandal and big, thousands and thousands bodyguard. So they're thinking, we're kind of lost. Now imagine if you don't dress, if you don't wash your clothes for 13.5 years, how they look like. Of course, those are spiritual, but still it has a look difference. But Dwarka is full of opulence. Then finally, after walking a long distance, they saw a big sign, welcome to Dwarka. And everybody's happy. Nanda Maharaj, coward boys, Mother Jashoda, Radharani, everybody's, wow, we're finally here. So they came near the gate and they are approaching. As they approach, there's thousands of battalion guarding Dwarka fort. And each Dwarka pandal, there is a 16,000 houses built. So quick. Of course, Vishwakarma can do it. It's Uddhava is in charge of all this arranging. And nobody knew he did something secret, I'll tell you in a minute. Then after that, Nanda Maharaj came with all his coward men. They have a simple dhoti, like a Hare Krishna dress, and kurta, and a turban, and some jaw guard and this. And the guard says, and who are you? Yes, I'm Nanda Maharaj, and I'm from Gokul. We have come to meet my son. Oh, who is your son? I say, Krishna. Krishna. Krishna, the God? And of course, Nanda Maharaj is not thinking like, what is a God or not? But he heard the news that he married 16,108 and he is the king. So he said, yes. He said, and how you are his father? Well, I'm his father, but he has a father inside. Vasudev Maharaj is there. Nanda Maharaj doesn't know what to say. I'm his father. He has a father. How to introduce this? Then the coward boy says, we are his friend. And this is his father. And who are you all? He said, we are his friend. And there, all the security guard has a well-dressed, and the gold, diamond, the opulence. Mahalakshmi, Mahabhaikunta. And they're looking, the coward boys is a simple dhoti, not washed even 13.5 years. And a little turban and little cloth, that's all. They are just fully dedicated to Krishna. So it was very difficult. At that time, Krishna was inside the pandal and they made a big fire ceremony like we do in Alachua, beautifully. Mother Mukha does very wonderful, she had organized. So over there, they do fire sacrifice for 16,108. And each fire sacrifice has thousands of brahmanas. So imagine how big it is. You're talking about bigger than Alachua, just the fireplace. And 16,100 times thousands brahmanas. Just imagine how many millions. And Krishna only one with Balaram in a high singhasan they made with the gold diamond, And Krishna and Balaram sitting, but all of a sudden Krishna is feeling uncomfortable. Now all the wives, they are sitting in front of the fire sacrifice, and there's a fire sacrifice, there's a 4 brahmana, and there's a whole explanation is given. And there's thousands other brahmana reciting the mantras. Sahana bhavatu, sahano bhunaktu, sahabirjam karabhave, tejasvina baditamastu. Sahasra Shishya Purusha Sahasraksham Sahasrapat Sabhumi Vishyato Britta Tastitta Dasangulam. You have to make it, so it makes it a little more South Indian food in Mayapur. Anyway, we used to recite those. So then all these things happening, all of a sudden Balaram noticed that Krishna is not feeling comfortable. Even though all the queens are doing the jagna, because Krishna is one husband they know, and he's sitting with Balaram, and all the queens are sitting in their own fireplace, separate from each other. And there's thousands of Brahmana in each group. But they notice, but they're sitting, but they're looking at Krishna. But all of a sudden they notice that Krishna is taking off his jewelry from his body, gold and silver, all this, diamond and everything. So they're like, what's going on? So outside, one scenery at the gate, and inside another scenery going on. So outside, finally, security guard says, I'm only doing my duty, I'm sorry. Do you have a paper from the king where you come from? Nanda Maharaj says, I am the king. They look at him. I mean, he has a turban. The king looks like a, well dressed with gold, diamond, but he doesn't have this. Vrindavan is a simple life because they have the highest love. They don't care for the material wealth or something. Of course, it is not material wealth, but the mood is different. So Nanda Maharaj says, I'm the king. Say, look at him. So he said, excuse me, I'm just trying to do my duty. Please let me call my head sheriff. So they bring their big sheriff and the thousands other battalion come, what's going on at the gate? They're all devotees, but they never met Brajavasis, first time in their life. Some may heard some rumors that our Lord was raised in a village somewhere. And so the head police officer comes, can I help you? Said, yes, I have come to see my son. And he's very emotional, Nanda Baba. He said, and your son name? He says, Krishna, the Lord, Krishna, the king, supreme king. He said, yes, he's my son. And your name? He said, I already said, Nanda Maharaj. He said, but he has a father inside, Vasudev Maharaj and Mother Devaki. And you are also his father. How? It's very difficult for me to understand. You have to have some documents to prove that, ID, just like in America. Nanda Maharaj says, ID? What ID? I am his father. What more ID you need? When this argument is going on, the gopi girls are crying. And the head sheriff says, and who they are? They are his girlfriend. Oh Lord, his girlfriend. He's trying to put this in a figure because he's married. There's no girlfriend in Dwarka. And then coward boy says, we are his friend. Okay. They're trying to be gentle, but at the same time to reconcile how to solve this problem. And they don't want to go and ask the Lord. It's not, that's their duty. Mother Yashoda, the love of Mother Yashoda's Vatsalya Ras. She just cried. He said, I am going to call my son. If he does not come, I'll not move anywhere. The sheriff said, who is she? She's the mother. Mother. So they are also nervous. They are not feeling comfortable because generally nobody comes and claims like this, that they are parents and friends and girlfriend. So this beautiful devotional loving exchange going on. All of a sudden, Krishna took off his crown inside. Everybody's concerned. He never takes off crown. He's the king. He's the Lord. And he took off all these necklaces, all this diamond too much, put it aside. Balaram understood. He immediately got up. Balaram said, everybody remain seated. When Balaram smile and tell, everybody obeys. Because when you smile in a questionable situation and you see a big man is smiling, you feel like, okay, everything is taken care of. It's under control. So Balaram do this. That's why Balaram is always with Krishna. That's another question somebody asked. So the Balaram is there. So then everybody remains there. Do not move. My brother has to go to a place and he'll be back. That's all he said. Mother Yashoda expressed her Vatsalya Ras, how he raised Krishna. Nanda Lala Yashoda Dulal Girivara Dhari Gopal. Nanda Lala Yashoda Dulal Girivara Dhari Gopal. You get that? Lala Jashoda Dulal Radhari Gopal 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 Lala Yashoda Giri Baradhari Nanda Lala Yashoda Dula Giri Baradhari Gopal 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 Lala Jasoda Dula Giri Baradhari Lala Jasoda Dula Giri Baradhari Gopal Jasoda. She said, I know my son, Gopal! And she cried. Krishna ran from the fire sacrifice place. Okay. All the millions of security guards, our Lord is here, our Lord is here. When he came at the gate, Nanda Baba overwhelmed. Everybody's crying. Krishna also cried, touched his feet. And they realized, oh my God, they are related. So immediately they are being taken by Uddhava. Secretly, he built a place nobody knew. Just for the Brajavasi. He knew the sentiment. That's why we bow down to Uddhava's feet. Uddhava loves Brajavasi. And we love Brajavasi. And Srila Prabhupada was asked, which Brajavasi should we follow? And Prabhupada said, I'm here. Prabhupada said, I'm here. So he's Brajavasi. Who you follow? Brajavasi. So the mood of Brajavasi is very high. So that time when Mother Jashoda called once, Krishna could not stay with all these millions and billions of Dwarkavas. Her love of Krishna's name, Gopal, so powerful. So finally, all the some Brahmana came, they blessed Krishna, they're so happy to see. Nanda Baba gave, and Nanda Baba knows the heart of Mother Jashoda. So he told Krishna, go see your mother. When the news went, the Brajavasis are here, the Vasudev and Devaki immediately ran, because they haven't seen them either. He only dropped his son at night. And he came after 11 and a half, but never met Nanda and Jashoda after that. So only they came. He never went there. So it was very welcoming mood they came. But then Uddhava arranged the place where Mother Jashoda sat. Balaram also ran there. And Balaram could not resist. He loves Mother Jashoda. He loves Nanda Baba. He loves the coward boys. He loves more than anybody. So Mother Jashoda and Krishna and Balaram was sitting with Mother Jashoda and embraced like a baby. Even though he's a grandfather, he's a king, he's God, Dwarka, but it's like a baby and crying, and Mother Jashoda is crying. Srila Prabhupada writes in Krishna book, Mother Jashoda's cry, it's like a Ganga and Jamuna. Why? Because her breast milk is coming white and her kajal making the tears black and is mixing. When you see the Jamuna water, sometimes looks like this, black and white mix. Because original, the milk comes from Mother Jashoda's breast. Then came the milk ocean. Then all these cows and everything else. The origin, root cause is all from Krishna. So their bond was so tight between Mother Jashoda and Krishna and Balaram. seeing this, Devaki, wherever Devaki goes, she is the queen and mother of the queen, king Krishna. She's also queen. Vasudev Maharaj is king. Ugrasen Maharaj is king. They all live in the palace. 300 maid servant walks wherever she goes. 300 maid servant. They're just to take care of her needs. So they all came. They were like shocked. They never imagined or saw that how Krishna is in love with his mother. This they call the lady from Brajadham. They don't call her mother. They call Devaki as a mother, but Yashoda as the lady from Brajadham who raised our God. But the bond is so tight. Then the maidservants started doubting. So they started asking to each other, how come our Lord is so much in love with her? It looks like he has more affection for her than his own mother, Devaki. And I should not laugh, but I should feel cry. But hearing this, Devaki didn't feel comfortable. He said, I'm the mother. I know Yashoda raised my son. In the middle of the night, my husband took him. But my son should not be too much in love with her more than me. This is the idea she has. So she is immediately thinking, okay, I have to explain her. Oh, Yashoda, you are the best lady. You took care of my child when I could not take care. I was in jail. What can I do? But you have raised so nicely. You have gave your affection like his mother. Like his mother. Not as a mother. Like his mother, because she thinks she's the mother. So you have raised, you gave full protection, you gave so much care, such a wonderful. I can never pay back, but I want to pay. I want to show my respect and I glorify your loving sentiment for my son. So Mother Devaki went for lecturing, expressing appreciation for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. After that, immediately Rohini Maya understood this is not going to work. Because the bond between Krishna and Yashoda is so tight that it is not possible anybody to break. So Rohini Maya, noticing that Devaki is feeling uncomfortable. How come I never had that tight embrace mother-son with my own son? I never had this. I never experienced this. And what experience they have, that they forget who they are. They're just embracing as if they're one. So much emotion, Krishna is crying and Yashoda is crying. Rohini Maya noticed, he said, this is not good. You should not be here. You should go away. Come outside, because Draupadi, Kunti, Uttara, they are waiting for you to explain. They have a question. Don't worry, I know them. I was in Vrindavan. If you leave them alone just few minutes, but that's not true, but she made. If you leave them just few minutes by themselves, if we are not here, then they will break up. So let's go outside. This way she wants her to be out, because she cannot believe that Krishna actually loves his Yashoda so much more than she can. So then they left. It took hours, nourishment, Krishna and Yashoda's bond. That at one point, Mother Yashoda is so kind to Radharani, so kind to Radharani. She wiped his tears with her hand and wiped her tears. Then she noticed end of this room, there's a little door, and Radharani is standing there with all these thousands of gopis. So Radharani, then Mother Yashoda told Krishna, now you need to go there. She has got hurt more than anybody. She was so heartbroken since he left. You should go there. Then Balaram left. When Balaram left, then Krishna slowly left Mother Yashoda's lap and went to the other side. As he entered, he saw all these millions of girls, because they did not eat, not that their body became skinny like this, but separation makes the body like this. Seeing Krishna embracing their jubilation, the youthful body all came back joyfully. Krishna has a one quality. Whenever he meets you, be prepared. He will give you a lecture. He will test you. He's not just going to just accept you immediately. He wants to see how much trouble you went through, and he knows everything because he's in your heart. He's watching. So he was talking. And as he was talking, and Lalita Sakhi went to Radharani. I can't believe this. After all these 50 years, he's still giving a lecture. Radharani says, that's his habit. Let him run out of lecture, and then he will be normal, and then we will express our feeling to him. This will be better. So at that time, when Radharani finally saw Krishna finish talking, Radharani detected, when she came, she detected the whole atmosphere. It is nothing like Vrindavan. It is all opulence. Everywhere guard, everywhere soldiers, the golden shoes, a diamond crown, even the guard, everybody is like a perfectly dressed public, perfectly everything like. But in Vrindavan, everything is forest, flower, river, simple village life. So Radharani expressed to Krishna, you are the same Krishna, and I'm the same Radha. But the place we are is not same. So if you really want to please me, as you say, I want you to come back. Krishna, seeing Radharani, could not say no. He said yes. Then all the gopi girls, they had a secret mission. This is what Srila Prabhupada gave us, the secret mission of Srimati Radharani. Uddhava arranged it. He says, Radharani told Krishna, I have a way to take you out. You're not going back here. You are going with us from the back door now. So then they said, we have a chariot. And you're going to sit on the chariot, and we're going to pull that chariot and take you out from here all the way to Vrindavan. You know what it is? What is that? That is the Ratha Jatra. Yes. That is the Ratha Jatra. And Srila Prabhupada, this is the most confidential things actually. The festival that Prabhupada introduced us is the most confidential. We should appreciate, adore it. We have a ticket. You know, when a commodity has a more demand, what happened to the price? Goes up. So when does Radharani needs most help? To pull Krishna back to Vrindavan. And any little help anybody does at that time will be highly appreciated by Radharani. So since we want the mercy of Radharani, we should participate in Ratha Jatra and pull Krishna to our heart, but we have to clean it. This is what Gundicha Marjan, cleaning. Of course, this pastime was going on very nicely, but then Lalita Sakhi says, wait. You cannot go like this. We have to have a psychological mechanism test. Krishna is overwhelmed, crying. He missed them so much. He said, I'm ready to go. He said, wait. We need to first ask you. We need to change your dress. Uddhava was so genius. When Krishna came from Vrindavan, he came with Brajavashi dress. And when Uddhava went, he wore that dress. And he kept that dress. That dress was given again. So when in Ratha Jatra, when Krishna comes from Nilachal to Sundarachal, Gundicha. Gundicha is a Vrindavan. That time he dressed as a Brajavashi. So then Lalita Sakhi started to take out his ornaments and all these things. Krishna wears sandals. I mean, not sandals, the shoes, royal dress, shoes. But in Vrindavan, he never wore shoes. So they took off his shoes. Then Lalita Sakhi started brainwashing. The brainwashing idea started from there. Says, okay, who is your parents? First answer me. He said, Vasudev and Devaki. No! Say, Jashoda Maya is my mother, Nanda Baba is my father. And Krishna says, yes, Jashoda Maya is my mother, Nanda Baba is my father. Which dynasty you belong? He said, from the Jodu dynasty, the Ugras. No, not Surshan family. You say Prajanna Maharaj. Okay. So, who are you? They asked him. He said, I'm the king of Dwarka. No, you are a coward boy. Say, I'm a coward boy. I'm a coward boy. And who are you? And another identity beside this one. Well, I live in Dwarka. No, you are Brajavasi. Say, I am a Brajavasi. Krishna says, I am a Brajavasi. So this way they completely change. And then Lalita Sakhi revealed this secret. That do you know how much pain Radharani went through? She thought that her body will leave. And she cried and cried. She told me that, and Radharani is sitting there and crying. The union is so wonderful. Why wonderful? Because separation, fear of separation is still there in the union. So what happened? Their loving sentiment for each other, to be with each other, is magnified. You follow? Magnified so much. Even Radharani told to Lalita Sakhi, which was expressed to Krishna, that I'm dying without Krishna. But oh Lalite, oh Visakha, if Krishna does not come, I'll die. I'll surely die. But take my body and place it at the base of Tamal tree, because Tamal tree looks like Krishna. That's why there's so many songs about Tamal tree. And place my arm around the tree so that I may feel some connection with Krishna. When we see a sincere devotee, when you see Prabhupada, what do we see? Don't see an Indian old sannyasi. You see Krishna's dearest messenger, Krishna's dearest lover, who full 100% Krishna conscious, who came to deliver us. Krishna is there with him. We have to see Prabhupada like this. This is what demonstrating by Radharani. He said, then take my body, mix with the Pavan Sarovar water. Why? Because Krishna loves to take bath there every day. Then let my breath air from my body mixes with all over Vrindavan where Krishna get fanned. And my air, body air will be mixed with that. So it was very, put it there. Then air, then the fire, may the fire in this body becomes rays of sunshine in Nanda Baba's courtyard. Then my soul will be very happy. This way Radharani expressed. And it was such a wonderful union. And everybody participated to take Krishna back to Vrindavan. Now I'll end with this little small story. What did I begin? Everybody remembers? That you may feel unloved, but you are never unlovable. You remember that? You must remember this. This is what Brajavashi has proved. That love sustained on inner connection, not by tribulation or mental emotion. It is on spiritual emotion. That is true. Spiritual emotion, it's sustained, but not mental emotion. Mental emotion, we don't depend. And another point, what did I say? The love for us, based on not who we are, based on who Krishna is. We have to always remember. You follow? And who is Krishna? In that verse explained, Krishna expressed that he is all loving Lord for all loving beings. I'm going to jump to the end of that Kurukshetra story. Did Krishna and Balaram how did Krishna deliver? How did Krishna ended the pastimes? So because of the time, I'm going to just make it in a concise form. Krishna, after he finished, now you may say, well, did Krishna leave to Vrindavan? Yes. Did Dwarkavasi, they ever came to know that he left? No. But Uddhava knew. Why? Because Krishna has another form. He manifested and he came out and went to the fire sacrifice area. You follow? So Krishna left, but there is another Krishna, the original other Krishna, who went with Radharani. That's actually in spiritual world, Kurukshetra, also there. Jagannath place where Radha Krishna meet like this. After this episode, Krishna went back to Dwarka, and after on his 125th year anniversary, you know, all the Brajabasi, all the Dwarkabasi, they disappeared in Dwarka. But there, they had a dual personality, means another person, demigod, arrived also in their body with their separate body. Those are the demigods, as an associate, went to Prabhas. And they had this whole episode took place that they kill each other, and a whole Jodu Bangsha, Jodu dynasty was devastated. But we should not think like this. Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur give an example. I give you an example. Like, I don't know if you ever experienced magic. Have you ever seen magic show? So Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur gives a magic show that one magician, he came to the king and he was displaying his magic. You can open that, so like that magic was so alluring. What was it? That as he was showing different kind of tricks, all of a sudden he killed his child. When he killed his child, everyone was like, whoa, whoa, this is serious. We don't want to see this kind of murder. You know, we came to see magic. But then the magician, he revived the body quick of the child. He said, wow, this is so powerful. So The queen was so happy, she gave her own favorite necklace as a gift for a beautiful magic show. And when the gift came in front of all these thousands of dignitaries, ministers and other, so the magician, he says, wow, this is beautiful, so precious, thank you for this. And the queen says, no, no, it's for me. And the daughter says of the magician, no, it's for me. And the son says, no, it's for me. So they started arguing in front of the king, queen, and minister and audience. And the argument went so heavy, all of a sudden, like it took some kind of sword and everything, and they killed each other. Exactly same spot, all of them dead. That was really sad. The queen was so sad, king, everybody sad, because they're all dead. Magician went beyond his control, and he's dead. So then, next day, queen was crying in the morning. Why they did this? I mean, he knew some magic, but why he had to kill? He could have asked me, I could give another necklace or something. Why? All four of them killed each other. At that time, a messenger comes. He said, you gave a beautiful necklace for one child, died and I revived. How about all the whole family got killed yesterday, and now all four will appear in front of you. We are outside the gate. What gift will you give? She was like, is it real? I mean, they're alive. We saw that they're killed and they're taken to the crematory. Are they really alive? Bring them. And the king and queen was, how did you do this? We saw you got all killed in front of us. And the crematory people took them to the crematory place to finish. So no, we are alive. This is what the magic is. So if a magician can do this, why you think Krishna's Dwarka dynasty, Krishna would allow to be destroyed like this? No, it is a magic show. It is not the Dwarkavasi. It is not Krishna's relative. They disappeared in Dwarka. The incident took place in Prabhas. We should understand this. Prabhas is a place for pralay. Whenever somebody is dying, that's the place they go through. From that place, Prabhupada says 792,000 miles is Jamaraj's place. Prabhupada writes 792,000 miles. And you think like, where from? From America or from India? From that place. Whenever human dies, they go from there, the soul is taken from there, pralay. And Vidura also, he left his body like this. Krishna also left his body apparently, but no, these are all magic. Just like a magician do, but they never left the body. The eternal associate left. But those bodies are the demigods' body. The demigods, not their demigods' body, but they extended their body to help Krishna in these pastimes of killing all the demons. So Krishna finished all this. Then there was a last demon. Who knows the last demon's name? Krishna killed. That was the last demon, Dantabakra. After killing Dantabakra, then Krishna crossed Jamuna and he came to Vrindavan. Because of the time, I'm going to make it in one sentence. Krishna immediately created an atmosphere of all the Brajavasi, saw Krishna is back. Nanda Baba, Jashoda, all the coward boys, gopis, they all of a sudden from the three bad omen came. Earth started shaking and like a blood pouring from the sky, and man's left side shaking is an inauspicious sign, and lady's right side shaking is an inauspicious sign. For a man, right side is good, and for ladies, left side. But when it is opposite, it's opposite. So they all got like, Krishna, you just came. What happened? Why this is happening? He said, because Kali Yuga. He said, what is Kali Yuga? He said, don't worry, it is a problem. But I have a ship. Look at the airship, airplane. And that airplane, so beautifully description, Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj wrote about it also. He said, look, we can go back to our home. He said, oh, this is not our home. He said, don't worry, just come inside. And they all went inside. Inside that airplane, there's a billions of rooms. the gardens, lakes, everything. And all this beautiful atmosphere. All of a sudden, Nanda Baba said, what's going on? This is outside is terrible. He said, let's leave. All we're going to live together. We go our home. And Narad Muni was traveling. What's going on? As he was traveling, he saw sages are praying. He interviewed them. He saw the demigod outer space. They're paying obeisances. They're crying. Narad Muni says, why you are paying obeisances to who? He said, the Lord just left this material world. Oh, how did you see? He said, we saw the airplane came from the Golok Vrindavan. We don't know where the Golok Vrindavan, we only heard. The Golok Vrindavan is a place of Lord's abode. We cannot go unless we are pure devotee. And we have to be in love with the Lord. But Lord left with all the Brajavasi, Dwarkavasi, everybody, they just left. And we are crying because we won't see anymore his pastime and his beautiful, wonderful, beautiful form. So then Narad Muni immediately went to the spiritual world. And he met the coward boys. Hey, what happened yesterday? He said, we are playing with Krishna. Why? They know Narad Muni. He travels there. He's like a spaceman to them. It's like a sadhu, you know, sometimes like a sannyasi, sometimes comes to Alachua and goes away again. Again, some sannyasi comes like this. So then they say, where were you yesterday? He said, playing with Krishna. Where are you today? With Krishna playing. They have no idea what is material and spiritual. You follow? So this is how the Brajavashi lives with Krishna. Their separation is also real and their union is also real. At the same time, Jogomaya creates this. They never separate from Krishna. Once you are with Krishna, eternally you are with Krishna. So I'll end with this line. Everybody must remember. Separation dances on the head of, I'm translating on that Govinda Maharaj's word. Separation dances on the head of union. So why is separation required? Yes. Why? So you must remember this. Separation keeps love alive. Separation keeps love alive. So separation is required. So we'll end with Kirtan. So then Kirtan, Mridanga is today's space stuff. So with that mood, Narad Muni was very happy and he revealed to us that don't ever feel, you never should feel unlovable. You may feel unloved, but you should focus on Krishna because he is eternally lovable. And tomorrow we'll discuss further on this at 7 o'clock. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Prabhupada Jaya, Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Gaur Brahmanande, Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Vancha Kalpa Tarubhascha, Kripa Sindhu Vacha, Dhanam Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namah. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Pramanande, Hari Hari Bol.